What is going on? This is the Shangodiac 4. All the Virgolicious crew, man. Them Virgolicious crew. That's who we're doing it for. You know what I'm saying? It has been a minute. We're gonna keep it kind of bite-sized here. But it's funny. I'm showing 18 thumbs up, and I'm just getting online here with this. So go figure. Anyway, my name is ShanGO Ray, aka Real Deal Ray. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. And of course, you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense to you, then like, share, subscribe, and thrive. All right. Real brief before we get into this. We do have a new ritual drop-in for those who need protection / kind of offense. You need to stop somebody. Somebody keeps fucking with you, you know. Okay, I would say use this very carefully. But this new ritual it's about to drop is called Put Them in a Box. And it is half defensive, also half offensive, because what it does is it locks up, it binds up your enemy. Okay? And basically it's not a freezer spell by any means, but like it freezes them up, it locks them up, it traps them, it binds them, it bonds them. And there's also ways where you can, if need be, you know, trap them with suffering, trap them with this, trap them with that, you know, there's a bunch of different things. At the end of it, they end up in their boxings up. They end up in a box, and the box ends up in a graveyard. You know what I'm saying? Not to try and necessarily kill anybody, but it's about putting it in its proper place. You know, when you think about when you plant a seed, that thing grows, and the effects grow and grow and grow. So that's the whole deal with this shit. Okay, but anyways, let's get into this Virgolicious crew reading here. All right, let's see what's popping with the Virgs. All right, we got to take care of the Virgs. I'm surrounded by Virgs, man. I'm surrounded by Virgs. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Just a moment. Okay, just a second here. Let me just tune in here real fast. I'm gonna do it old school. You kind of use my hand. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start here in the middle. Basically, there's a couple different streams of information coming along with this, okay? One stream is showing a Virgo divided. Now, for some of you Virgos, it's about being divided with what you really want to do, or how you really want to move, or a decision you want to make, and your fear of that decision, okay? That's one thing that's just popping up like a turd in a punch bowl, so I have to address that, okay? Now, the other one, of course, is just there is like division. Some of you feeling divided from your money. I get paid and then it's all gone. It's like I don't even get it. And then some of you, it's also a matter of, you know, possibly a living situation, you know, anything else like that, just where you feel conflicted. You know, that's one of the major things here is conflicted, you know what I'm saying? So let's see what else is going on. You know, and yes, some of this has to do with money or not being where you feel you should be financially. Has you questioning yourself a lot in regards to that. Okay? But some of you Virgos have no matter what, even some of you, you know, Virgos who have been doing a lot of work spiritually and things like that, as stubborn as you are, and sometimes as set in your ways as you are, you still haven't accepted yourself fully. It seems like you are, you kind of give it off that you're just like, hey, this is what it is, boom, bam. But it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? So there's some of these issues that's going to be coming up that's going to force you to look, question, and, you know, at the very least, just accept whatever it is right now going on. That's the number one. That's the first step all the time. Even in fucking AAA, they'll tell you that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to accept whatever it is first and foremost before you can do anything about it, or else you're living in denial. Okay? And I know several Virgos who be in denial, and others can see it, but they can't see it because of the stubbornness. It blocks off their shit. Okay? Now, some of you Virgos may be having problems with a boss or management. Okay, that's one line of information coming in with this. And this is talking like, this is actually feeling more near future. Okay, more near future. All right. Like maybe everything's cool now and you're like, what's ShanGO talking about? Well, next week, guess what? You're gonna find out. All right. You know, but also there may be some legalities. This is also coming through. I feel there is a legal a Virgo who will be having a situation whose family, like either your child, like your grown-ass child, or somebody close to you, a spouse or somebody, is going to be having legal problems also, which can affect you, okay, if it ain't you also. But I do feel like specifically I seen a Virgo who has like either a son or a daughter, you know, who's like kind of grown now, or somebody very close to them who's gonna have legal problems, which will somehow affect them. Maybe it's also, you know, a living situation. I don't know exactly what it is, okay? I don't know exactly what it is, okay? This has also been coming through too, as far as this was underneath the middle card, and this middle card was a diamond as well. See, this was the one in the middle, but this is the one that's underneath it, okay? And I feel like I just can't escape. Some of you Virgos, I feel like you're, to be honest, I feel like really one of the things that's been happening, no matter what technically has been happening, you've been shooting all over yourself. You've been really banging yourself. Not in the way that you want, but you've been really getting on yourself because you feel like you're not where you should be. That's why I say you're shooting all over yourself, you know, and it's really fucking with you. It's one of those things. It's like one of the core issues is that style of thinking. When you start thinking in that way, it can quickly lead, it can deflate your energy. It can, you know, it can do all kinds of different things. Because should is not what is. And if you believe that, you know, you're a spiritual being having a human experience, then then you're where you need to be at this very moment. No matter what, with the good, the bad, and the ugly going on, though you might prefer different, you know, it is what it is. Okay, that's the bottom line there. And of course, some of you Virgos were also dealing, he just has this look, like, you know what I'm saying? He just has this look, don't he? Some of you Virgos were also dealing with a very okay, a hoe. Dealing with this hoe has also made you, as far this, you know, this can either going up to a new intensity, or we're dropping in intensity, or another level. Okay, this is really coming through as to your own self-worth, how you feel about yourself, how you look at yourself, how you value yourself. Okay, so something, you took some hits that kind of, because some of you Virgos might deal with certain situations and then you internalize things and you turn it back in on yourself. And I mentioned this before, small children do the same thing. That's one of the things, like from 0 to 7 years old, they really don't have that critical factor to be able to say, oh, hey, well, mom was just having a bad day. Hey, dad was just having a bad day. Subconsciously, they turn it in on themselves and they think, I must be a bad kid. I must be this. I must be that. You know, because you know how children are. The world revolves around them, to them. You know what I mean? So, anyways, yeah, some of you I feel like we're also dealing with, or you will be dealing with too. They just told me that right now too. For some of you, just because it's on the bottom doesn't mean it's in the past. Some of you actually, this is going to be happening. It's gonna, you know, you're gonna meet somebody that, once again, you're like, fuck, do I take a chance on like letting this person in, or even getting somewhat close? And I do feel like there's a large about there's a large probability about being disappointed here, okay? There's also an abrupt shakeup going on, or an abrupt end to a relationship. Could be a friendship, could be a working friendship, could even be a romantic relationship also. Okay, there's definitely an abrupt end. Also, there's a Virgo out there, somebody's been working on you, magically speaking. Okay? No, this person doesn't have to be a fucking sorcerer or whatever, like just someone who's just been just throwing shots at you mentally. You know what I'm saying? And if you are in that position emotionally or energetically to be receptive to that, then you can really get hit with that. It can really start tying you up. Okay? And that's what's been going on. Someone else is going to be... Let me just keep it real, man. I struggle with these cards, man. I struggle with these. Because sometimes it's like, why are you showing me this if I'm not supposed to say it? And then I have to be cautious about what I say. But I do feel with some Virgos there's a transition coming of some kind. When I say transition, yes, I'm talking about a death. This is also a death card. But death doesn't necessarily mean, oh, someone's going to die. But I do have a feeling that that's going to happen, man. And I got to say it. And for some reason, I just feel like I can say it. Sometimes it's like, I'll get the transmission and then the narrator will come in and say, hey, psh, don't say that. Don't say that. Because I am not trying to fearmonger or anything, but it's my job to also kind of just let you know what I see, you know? So this, but let's calm down a little bit. This is also talking about the ending of a job. Now, for some of you Virgos, it may be you just say, fuck this job, and you walk away. Some, it's a job that you wanted to... I'm not getting... What I'm getting is no matter if you just get fired or you quit, it's kind of just like, anyways, who cares? Like, I was ready to quit anyway. Like, if you get fired, you'd be like, I was ready to quit anyway. You know, one of them type of things. And it's just coming to the end of a certain cycle. You know what I mean? Destruction is a part of things. You got to destruct so you can reconstruct, you know? Yeah. A restless mind has also been fucking with a lot of you Virgos, not sleeping well. Some of you are receiving a lot of channels lately. And it's been really fucking with you, okay? This card isn't reversed, but I do feel some of the effects can feel negative in a way if you're not prepared to deal with them. Just a moment, I'm looking at something here. But this is also about you've been contemplating because there's something you gotta say, man. You gotta get something off your chest, man. You know, should I not? You know, stuff like that too. And for some of you Virgos also, there's some of y'all need to work on your throat chakra, your chakra of expression and expressing your truth. But some of that also has to do with you living your truth too, because living a lie or telling a lot of lies does have a habit of really blocking up and fucking up your throat chakra, which is, like I said, that chakra of that expressing your will into the world, especially verbally, communicating your ideas right, getting understood, or at least, you know, getting got right. You know, they may not agree, but at least, you know, you're coming across accurately as you want to be coming across, okay? Virgo, I feel the journey continues too for feeling just like emotionally secure. I feel like some of you Virgos, you just want to feel like you're home. You want to feel safe, man. And you're just not. Things can be great, or at least cool. And really there could technically be nothing to actually be bugging out or feeling that way about. Some of you even vexed or perplexed that you're even feeling that way. That's good. That means something's coming up. It's trying to get your attention. It could be, like I said, a combination of things from the past that have finally reached like its boiling point, and it's time to deal with this. Why? And you may notice, like, you know what? It's been a long time since I felt safe. it's been a long time since I felt like I belong somewhere, like I really feel rooted somewhere. Your quest is going to continue with that. That's going to be another theme coming up for you. So this has been your Shangodiac. Peace and blessings to you. All right. And we'll be back with some more Shangodiacs tomorrow. This is Shango Ray. Or by the time you see it, they may already be out. So hey, fuck it. All right. So peace and blessings to everybody. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you soon.